Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. So if you are in the market for a used show trailer, we've got a really cool setup sitting behind me. This is a 2017 Cimarron Stierwalt. Now this trailer was originally built as a cattle trailer, but then they actually took it to the factory in Chickasha, Oklahoma and had some pins added. So this is a very versatile trailer. So if you're looking to haul some show cattle, but also maybe some lambs, some goats, some hogs, this is a really cool setup that we're looking at behind me. So we originally built this trailer. So I sat down with the customer and built this one. It was first coming off the production line, but it is a 2017. Let's go ahead and take a look at the drawing because I'll just kind of show you how the trailer's laid out. It is a 30-foot air ride trailer. That's the other thing, is this is an air ride trailer. So 30 foot on the floor. We have a 5-foot front tack room on it. So 25 foot of stall space, 8 foot wide and 6'4" tall. So again, our 30 footers have kind of become our most popular in these show cattle trailers because we can put 8K air ride axles underneath them. When we start getting into bigger sizes, we'll want to take a look at 9K axles, and when you do that, boy, the price point really jumps up. So from an inventory standpoint, we like to keep a lot of these 30 footers on hand or on order. And then this one here is a 2017. So let's walk through it. I'm going to show you the stuff that we originally built on the trailer and then also some of their add-ons. So the very first thing is this is a used trailer. So when we get our used trailers in, we bring them through our service department here. We want tires to match. We want them all to be the same date code. We want them all to be good tread. So this one here, there's a couple mismatched. We put a brand new set on the ground for it. That way you have a brand new set of tires on it. We realign all these trailers, making sure they run down the road straight and true. If you have bad wear on a certain tire, more than likely the trailer's just out of alignment. Bad roads, potholes, curbs, those type of things can knock trailers out of alignment. We don't mean to do it, but it does happen, just like passenger vehicles. So then we go through the rest of the trailer and just try to make sure everything's safeties, automatic brakes. We redo bearings, lights, breakaway batteries. You know, we'll take a look at the actual batteries on these type of trailers. I mean, we try to put them through a reconditioning program to get them to where you can go use the trailer rather than a long list of maybe things that need to be taken care of on the trailer itself. But what we're looking at is all aluminum construction. We're very familiar with these because we are a new Cimarron dealer. But what we have underneath the gooseneck is a single leg electric over hydraulic jack. So it's really nice. I mean, on this size of a trailer, you don't need duals. But boy, we like this setup, this equalizer, because it does have the manual override. But boy, it is really nice to be able to push the button and up and down this trailer goes. Battery box right above it. Looks like we actually put brand new batteries on this trailer, running it through the service department. And then over to the right of that is actually going to be the compressor for the air ride system itself. So it's all self-contained. It's really easy. You turn it on, you turn it off. You turn it on, put it in the raised position, off, you put it in the lower position. And normally we have a cable that we're actually going to clear the lines, because what happens is air creates condensation, which can freeze and crack lines. But what we've gone in and done, and we're starting to do this on all of our new air ride trailers coming in, and like this one, since it's used, we went ahead and did it. But this is an auto drain valve for the air ride system. So when that air pressure changes, it automatically just spits everything out, keeping that system nice and clean, making sure we don't have that. But you're going to start seeing that on all of our new trailers as well. So on this one here, when it was built, it was actually their black metallic. That was a color option. That's no longer available. They have a black polished and they have a charcoal metallic in today's world. But this one here, this is a good looking trailer. I really like this color because when you get at it in a right angle and the right lighting, you can see those flakes kind of sparkle as far as that metallic goes on these type of trailers. It still works really well in today's world of actual trucks themselves and the color just options that they use. This one's a 5-foot front tack room on here. With a 5-foot, we can put a side ramp. That was their big thing that they wanted when they built this trailer. They wanted this side ramp to run up upright boxes, blower carts, fan carts, portable generator, any of those type of items right into this tack room. And it does make it easy by having this side ramp coming into the front tack room itself. So up in the gooseneck area, one thing you're gonna notice is Cimarrons have a longer nose. So this is an 8.2 nose. A lot of competitors will have a 7.6 to 7.8. So we have more depth on here, so we have a lot more storage up in this area. Carpet on the deck, carpet on the gooseneck drop wall. They actually went in and added a 30 amp breaker package to this themselves after the fact. So I'll show you, here's an outlet, here's the cord. It plugs in right underneath the gooseneck area. So if you have a portable generator, something like that in the back of your truck, plug into another power source, you have that. And that's where that breaker is right there. The tube running across the gooseneck deck itself, just to kind of hold items up in that gooseneck area from sliding down. If you don't want this, it unpins and goes out very easily. You can hang some clothes up here, and then they also have a roof vent just to create a little bit of airflow and you know, maybe just kind of air it out a little bit in here. They can kind of get a little musty, some of these front tack rooms. And then over to the left is going to be a 12-inch boot box, just to store some smaller items in there, use it as a step to hop up in the gooseneck area. And if you notice, it only goes partial way. That's so we can kind of clear that area as you come up from the side ramp. So if you're bringing in some of that bigger equipment, you know, you've got the ability to have a little bit more floor space right there. And then we've got another door coming in here. So on these side ramps, if that side ramp does get shut, you can't get out of these tack rooms. So from a safety standpoint, I like having another man door or even a pass-through door on the partition wall. This one here, we went with the door on the driver's side. So again, in emergency situations, if you're on the side of the road, you need to get into maybe some equipment to change a tire, you have your side ramp, curb side, door street side, so it's easier getting in and out as far as dealing with traffic. LED light above there, giving you a lot of light coverage, and then carpeted the partition wall just to kind of protect it a little bit more from items up against it. And then this is an airliner track. This was probably one of the earlier trailers we did this on, but this airliner track, 2 rows of it. You see the hooks, these are adjustable, so we can move them around. You can put, again, an upright box, you can put your blower cart, secure it against the wall itself, and then just ratchet strap it down. But it's nice to be able to use that airline track. We use that a lot in today's world on trailers as well. And then some hooks just to hang some items up here, and then a plexiglass tray for storage right up here. We'll talk more about that when we get to the plexiglass, but that's where that actually stores. So again, good front tack room setup. Again, you had to do the 5 foot. With a 4 foot, you can't do the side ramp. We need the proper framework around it. That's why we went with a 5 foot on this one here. In today's world, we're starting to see a lot more of the larger front tack rooms. But again, you have to have at least 5 foot if you're gonna have the side ramp. Now this is a used trailer, so I'm not gonna paint you a picture of it. It's in pristine condition. I mean, it's got its little bumps and scratches on it. You see some a little bit here on the door and some on the ramp. Again, it's a used trailer. They used it, they hauled it around. Side ramp going into the stall area. So again, you can access the stall area by coming from the side, loading, offloading, and then obviously the rear. What you're gonna notice is you're gonna notice a big gate going over that opening. So that's part of what they added after the fact, at the factory. But it's nice to have that gate right there, because in this instance, if you're showing off this trailer, you know, maybe you're working off the trailer at a show type of a scenario, you want to open it up, get a lot more airflow, and not have to worry about anything loose in there coming out. You've got that actual gate over the side ramp, which is a nice feature there. Now, if you look at the top rail, you're going to notice the button lights. Again, this is probably an early version of actually doing the button lights rather than the rectangular marker lights. We upgraded on this one when we built it. That is now standard on today's trailers. Those button lights are a LED, so they put out a lot of light, not a big power draw, but it's a sleeker, cleaner look to it. And then you have the 2 16-inch awning lights up above as well, so you have light coverage. This is a polished trailer. Now on these polished trailers, they just take a little bit more maintenance. You'd never want to acid wash these trailers. You know, mag chloride salt, the quicker you can get it off, the better. If you're, you know, traveling through those type of conditions. But on this one here, we repolished it, had a local guy do it. Down the road, you can citrus wash this and it'll even brighten it back up even more. But we went ahead and did that for you as well. So 2 8,000-pound Aire Flex by Dexter axles. So this again is an air ride trailer. Once you own an air ride trailer, you're never going to go back. That is the most common thing that we hear from customers. Once they own it, they say, "I'll never own another one without it." 17.5-inch wheels, Roadmaster, heavy duty tires. So again, brand new tires on this, electric brakes. But that air ride does such a favor for our cattle or anything we put on these trailers. I mean, we can cut off a lot of just prep time and recovery time from the standpoint of leaving early, having an extra day on the road, letting those cattle or anything else you put on here recover just from road shock and just those jolts to their joints. Cattle will lay down like they're in a barn. It makes a massive difference. Just talk to people that run these newer air ride systems. The old air ride systems, if something happened to it, you couldn't move the trailer. In this, it actually would set down on a rubber torsion axle with the shock kit, and you can still get down the road. And this one's actually aired up a little bit, so it picks the trailer up about 2.5 inches. So whenever we're loading and unloading, I tell customers, dump the trailer. And the reason why is it'll lower everything. So we have a lower back step. These ramps aren't as steep because of the angles that we're dealing with. And then there you see the plexiglass, 2 rows up high, lower row as well. So again, that plexiglass tray, here's a little tip, get you a roll of masking tape and a Sharpie. Take out passenger side upper, tape them together, write that on there, put it up top. Do the same for the lower, same on the other side, same even on the lower, smaller air gap. Because when you have to go put it back in there, it saves a ton of time and a lot of hassle from that standpoint. It does have the inlay, so if you wanted to put your logo there, we can help you out. We actually have a graphics company. You just give us your farm logo and design, and we can get it to fit that circle right there. I mean, as you can see on that bottom rail, looks like just kind of caught something there. Again, it is a used trailer. I mean, we're not going to tell you again, it's like new. I actually can't stand that term. You know, they're used trailers that have been well cared for, but in some instances, I mean, some of them do look like new, but they are not new. They are a used trailer. So you have a single gate with a slider on it. And then on this one, as you see, no rear ramp. But if you wanted to utilize this trailer to be able to load and offload off the back, and you could use a rear ramp, we can build you a rear ramp. Now, I don't know if I can match the color on this trailer with the rear ramp, but we can get dang close. We can either do the black or the charcoal metallic. And honestly, it's so far away distance-wise to where that sheeting color is up at the front tack room to the back ramp, you're probably never going to notice. But we could do a ramp over the rear door, so then you can actually utilize getting in and out of this pin system if you need that from a small animal standpoint. So again, these pins in here, we did not build it this way originally. How we originally built it was you had your fixed gate at the back. It's 9'3" off the back of this trailer. That's how we used to build these, because 9'3" you can put an 8-foot blocking chute, wheels and handle from the inside of this back gate to the inside of the back gate of the trailer itself, and it'll set right there on the floor. So fixed gate with a slider, and then ahead of it, if you kind of look clear up at the partition wall, there's a traveling gate. So right now it's stored up against the partition wall, and it runs on this track right here, and then we can set it on any of these posts. So traveling gate at the front, fixed gate at the back, and then they actually took this trailer to Chickasha, Oklahoma, so to Cimarron's facility, their manufacturing facility, and had the actual pin system built there. So it wasn't like, oh, we kind of did it after the fact type of a scenario, kind of at home. No, these guys went ahead and did it right there at the factory. These are even powder coated as well. So they did a really good job from that standpoint. So what you actually have is you have 9 pins within this trailer. So we have 2, 4, 6, and then 7, 8, and 9 over here on the right hand side. And the reason why 9 is because of that fixed gate with it building off, we have to have somewhere for that gate to store. So this is a larger pin right here. You could use it more as an alleyway if you want to. But then if you need to, we can unpin these. Just basically just break the gates loose from the side, unpin this post, and out they go. So again, if you want to utilize it for cattle, you want to utilize it for small animals, this is a great setup. And you can even do sections if you want. You know, you could maybe take this back section out, shut your rear gate, throw some calves on the back, have your small animals up front, or vice versa. So again, a lot of versatility on this trailer because they took it down to the factory and had that done. Two-way roof vents. There's multiple. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 of them just in the stall area. So again, we can manipulate a lot of airflow. Insulated roof, that's standard on every single Cimarron. They've done that from day one. Doesn't matter what model it is, they're all gonna have this roof. It'll take substantial hail, but more importantly, keep the stall area nice and cool. About 20% cooler than aluminum sheeted roofs. So when we're dealing with these, you know, show livestock animals and we're traveling in the summer, I mean, we're gonna be 100 here today. You know, it makes a big difference by having this, that airflow with the two-way roof vents. We can manipulate airflow with the plexiglass as well in this type of a scenario. And I like that lower air gap for that reason. We can get it airflow down low where the cattle are, the chest floor of cattle. That's our radiator. Get it down to those small animals as well. You see some tie rails in here as well. And then we have some LED lights in the top rail, and then as you see the outlets. The outlets, that was done as well after the fact, but that's where that 30 amp breaker comes into play, and that system there. Now we can have some actual power back here in the stall area. Maybe you need to run a set of clippers, maybe a blower, something like that. You've got the capability to do that on this trailer. Now as we work over here to driver's side, you see the inlay again. There's the plexiglass. And then there's actually an escape door up at the front of that stall area as well. And then they put a secondary gate there over it. So again, if we're showing off this trailer, we can create that cross breeze through here. And it's nice to be able to, if I want to open this gate up and have that airflow going through there, or I need to kind of hop in and out, I don't have to worry about them by having that gate over that opening. And then there is that man door going into the front tack room. Has a fold-up step as well. We do this on a lot of our 8-foot wide trailers. Makes a big difference, especially our younger juniors. If they need to hop in here and change clothes, go into the show ring, just need to hop in, or you're carrying items in here as well. From where I'm standing to this bottom frame, that's a pretty big step. So having these fold-up steps is really nice, just from that standpoint. And again, just the accessibility of going in and out of this tack room, again, without having to drop the ramp, you know, since this one's over here on driver's side. Real simple to use, folds up. It's on a gas shock, so really easy to use and gets it up out of the way. So again, used trailer, 2017 Cimarron Stierwalt. Has a traveling gate, has a fixed gate, has a 5-foot front tack with side ramps, but then also has that pin system in it as well. Stock number on it, for reference for you, is 5U230718. We do take trade-ins if you're looking to upgrade, maybe even downsize, maybe you have a horse trailer, living quarters, kids are starting to show. We can take those type of trade-ins, motorhomes, trucks, we've got it all. So if you also are interested in financing, we can help you there, and we also have the ability to deliver this right to your doorstep. So give us a call. Anybody on our sales team can help you out. That number is 303-684-3400. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a good day.